Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Hello, I'm Billy Coppin with Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Gay Boning with Tomorrow's Provost Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
What's up, Karen? Hello. Oh, hello. 1, 2, over. Oh, whoa. What's going on? Oh, hey. Had you muted, Karen?
Okay, there we go.
There we go. There it is. Welcome in. Oh, man. What do you call today? A mundane Monday?
Yeah.
I love my Mondays with you, by the way. We have good conversations and enjoy.
Prior to.
We enjoy being here. I'm going to take real good care of your radio show this morning, okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
Karen.
do that.
So I will. Don't worry. Hey, welcome in as we get rolling here on this wonderful Monday. We want to welcome all of you in. Thanks for hanging out with us here as we are rocking and rolling this morning. A fun Monday. We'll talk a little bit about how things are going. Episode 442. I always think when I hear the word like 442, do you remember I don't even know why I'm saying this, Karen, but do you remember a show that goes, bad boys, what you gonna do?
Uh-huh.
When I hear the word two, I think of what you gonna do. I don't know why.
I don't either.
I thought of it. Did you ever watch that show, Cops?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I did.
Are you a fan of Will Ferrell? You know, the actor?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Step Brothers?
I did. Yeah.
That movie,
was funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
And he was sitting there, he had just got through playing the drums. We won't go into the whole scene, but one of the hilarious scenes of the movie, he's playing the drums. And then I forget the names. I think Brennan was Will Ferrell, and then the other guy, I forget his name.
Yeah, I don't remember their names.
But he walks in, and he walks in to Will Ferrell, and he goes, "What are you sweating for, Brennan?" And he's like sitting on the couch. He's sweating because he was playing this guy's drums. So what are you sweating for, Brennan? He goes, oh, watching Cops. That was like one of my favorite lines of the movie. And I thought about this. It's funny how we don't even know what we're going to talk about, and then we start talking. There is a new, all the police stuff went off the air for a while because there was a lot of controversy and things happening. And one of my favorite shows was Live PD. It was on A&E. Mm-hmm. What ended that show, it's kind of crazy. The reason that show ended was because of and I won't get political, But there was an issue in my hometown in the county I grew up in that they were filming. And there was a case to where some of the video showed some things. I mean, there's always a precursor and things that happen, but there was a video that apparently showed this guy being roughhoused a little too much, and the guy ended up losing his life. And apparently, the way that I read it, and I didn't look into it a whole lot, but there was bits of information that I was seeing on social media that had said that they had destroyed those tapes. Like they instructed the producers, hey, get rid of those. Well, you get in a lot of trouble for that. Mm-hmm. And so because of that incident, that's why that show went off the air. And I agree. I mean, if there's something going on like that, then maybe it should. You don't destroy stuff,
Right.
That'd be like me coming and getting a loan from you guys and you falsifying information and then like burning the records or something.
Right.
You don't come knocking on my door,
Yeah.
right? So, well, y'all don't come knocking on the door, do you?
Well,
if Karen comes knocking on your door, she ain't got a box of cookies. Watch out.
something's wrong.
No, but it was just one of those weird things, and I missed those shows though. I don't know what it was. I guess it was like the element of what's going to happen next. And I'm not a big TV watcher, but for some reason I always liked those kind of shows. And the other day I'm flipping through the channels randomly, which I don't really do a whole lot, and there's a new police show. It's called Police 24/7.
I haven't seen that one.
Yes. I got excited. It was back. So whenever I saw episode 432, Bad Boy, what you gonna do? We're back on the air. Hey, we are here. Welcome in on this
Mimosa Monday.
We're here. We got started a little bit late today. Poor Karen was out there waiting, and I drove by, and she's like, are you wearing a watch? No, you're not wearing a watch. Okay, I was going to make up something. So she was looking at her clock on her car. She was like banging those. Come on, Rob. She wasn't. I'm just kidding. Let's just say, can I give like children excuses all the time, or is that kind of not good? You're allowed to, right?
Yeah, with little ones, you never know in the morning.
And I love them dearly.
It's going to be, they're raring to go, or they're going to fight you every step of the way. I don't want to wear that. I don't like those shoes. I don't want to do this.
Did you deal with that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
man.
did.
Your daughter, how old is your daughter now?
She's 27.
27.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but you remember, they said the twos were the hardest years, but no, the threes have been pretty tough. But it was hard. Bridget's working. She is at work today. She has a great job. We love where she works. Just the hours are a little bit rough and tough on our family, but you got to work through it. And so today it's Daddy Daycare Day. It's kind of what I call it. I get the children ready, and Bridget, my goodness, she was gone last week, and when Mama's gone, there is definitely a notice because she takes care of the house. She does a really awesome job feeding the children. When it's just Daddy, it's like chicken nuggets, strawberries, and macaroni. When it's Mama, it's like a gourmet meal for them. But I had some last week. Here's a lowdown, all right? Karen, here's the lowdown. I explained it to you before we went on the air, but because she was out last week for 3 nights, was that 4 days, 3 nights, I got a little bit behind on some of my college work, and so I knew it was going to be a late night. I didn't know it was going to be a very late night. I didn't go to bed till 2:30. That's not why we were late. Braylon last night did not want to go to sleep also. I left that part out in our precursor. So we got him bathed, ready to go to bed, 8 o'clock. I was like, great, I'm going to get her to bed, and then I'm going to have 4 hours to finish up a couple of papers and be done. Didn't happen. She was kicking and screaming, and it's my fault because I admittedly got in the habit of I would read to her in bed. I'm trying to get her out of the crib and into the big bed in her room. So I thought, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to read to her. Everything's going to be cool. And she's going to go to sleep. Well, guess what started happening? I started falling asleep because I was so exhausted. She got used to me in just a few days falling asleep in that bed. So the moment that I tried to get up, she started screaming and kicking.
Yep.
She slept. I'd put her in her crib, no problem, happy. I love you, Daddy, sweet as can be. But that bed, something triggered because that one time I fell asleep in there. So last night we went through that battle. I tried to get her in the crib. She wouldn't go. Mama came in. She wouldn't go to sleep. She kept getting up. Before I knew it, it's 10:30. And I'm like, great, there's 2.5 hours out of my study time. Well, she finally goes to sleep at 11 o'clock. Mama gets her in the crib. She kicks and screams. And we put her in there. You know, you just let them scream. Well, she also knew how to get out of the crib. Oh. You'd say, lock the door, right? She knows how to unlock the door. She's smart. She gets out of the crib. She unlocks the door, and there you go. Mama finally got her in there. She went to sleep. So I finally started all of my school stuff like right around 11. So I was like, great. That's why I didn't go to sleep until 2:30. I know people are out there, well, you need to learn how to make time, manage your time. And, I hear it. I get it. But it was
easier said than done, though. It
different
really is.
Story this past week. So we get up this morning, okay? Not trying to tire y'all out with the story. I just got to set the tone for Monday for you. And then then we'll tell you why I'm thankful at the end. So don't worry. I promise there's some inspiration to this. So this morning, I get up. Bridget gets up at 4:45. She's out the door by 5:30. I usually wake up around 5, and I'm usually up and moving at 5:30. If Bridget has to work, I get the children up, we get them ready, and we're usually out the door by 6:20. If we're out the door by 6:40, I'm still on time, but I try to get out by 6:20, 6:30. Well, little sweet Braylon comes in the room, as cute as can be. She woke up on her own, came in. You remember these days, like your daughter would jump into bed. It was a good thing, right? Yeah. You're like, oh, there's my little darling and all that, And so she jumps in the bed and she's like, good morning, Daddy. And I'm like, thank you, Lord, my daughter. I don't even have to wake her up. She's in a good mood. Everything was going great. I put on Clifford the Big Red Dog on TV. She don't like the little. There's a little puppy Clifford. She doesn't like that. She's like, that's not the real one, Daddy. That's not the big one. So she's put it on the big one. So I had to put it on another Clifford. Oh, so we do all that. Everything's good. I give her a little breakfast. She drinks these little yogurt drinks because they feed her at Tomorrow's Promise. And so Caden gets up. She actually goes and wakes Caden up. She jumps in his crib, crawls in his crib, jumps up. He's laughing. I'm like, man, no crying babies.
Yeah, it's going to be a good day.
Man, I was like, this is awesome. Oh,
and
did I
then
speak too
it all
soon?
Happens.
And then we start the clothes saga. Caden, no problem. He'll put on whatever he eats whatever we put in front of him. He'll wear whatever we put in front of him. Braylon, I usually give her either or. Would you like to wear this one or this one? I've learned don't give them too many choices.
Right.
Doesn't work anymore because she's smart. She knows how to go through her drawer in her room. And Mom also has, it's the coolest thing. She has one of these little things you put over the door that you stuff shoes in. She bundles up clothes to wear. So it's really convenient. You go in there, boom, there's your clothes.
There's your clothes for the day.
Yeah, pretty smart. I was like, that's a really cool idea. We go through 10 slots.
I remember.
And then I have to go through laundry that I'd just taken out of the dryer from the night before and dump it on the bed in the other guest room and start picking through it. Nothing that she put on was comfortable for her. It wasn't she didn't like it. She said, it's not comfortable, Daddy. Like, how did 3 years old do you know that? And she was right. I looked, the little pants were too tight and all this kind of stuff. And so now I just texted Bridget, this morning. I said, I'm going to be really late. We need to go to the store and like wipe out all the clothes or go to somebody. Her sister's blessed us with a ton of stuff. I was like, we need to go to somebody and just get like 5 clothes of wardrobe and that's it. So this morning, here's the end of this story. This morning she goes to school. I should have took a picture of it. But she goes to school this morning with green flowery pants, little, I don't know what you call them. Not like blue jeans, but, just little green flowery kind of pants and a black T-shirt with a little pink heart on it that says I'm a princess and pink shoes.
But, hey, if she was happy, that's all that matters.
45 minutes later, Karen, she was happy. We're out the door. I get out the door, and then she goes, where's my gummies? I was like, oh, no, she wants gummies. Whatever. This morning you can have them. But see, there's the mistakes, right? When you start letting them, is this what happens?
Yep.
You have any,
But sometimes it's easier than, to keep arguing and fussing and
did you
just give her the gummies and let's go.
Just let's go and pray that they forget about it the next morning, right? We got on this kick one time of these muffins. And for like a month straight, she wanted the muffins every morning. I'm like, isn't there something out there? Goldfish, I guess. Goldfish were great because they were cheap, and they provided a little nutritional value. And so she used to want goldfish. Not anymore. Now it's either muffins or these or all this stuff. And I'm like, can we just go back to the cheap stuff?
Yeah.
So anyways, that's how my morning went, Karen. And Thank you. It's kind of like my counseling session in here in the mornings with you. I get to talk to you and just let it off my chest. And Karen bills me each week for it.
Get used to it because, girls are difficult. The older they get, the worse it gets. So you got something to look forward to.
But here's the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm taking these classes online at Oral Roberts University, and they're ministry-type classes. And there's regular application, too. Like, I'm taking a composition class right now and all this stuff. Man, I'm sitting here thinking, like, I don't even understand any of this stuff. Young people get it because their brains function a little more better. Mine's, like, gone. But I remember doing this study, Karen, and it was, I guess, a month or two ago. And while I'm in the middle of doing this study, my daughter is screaming in the living room. She is absolutely livid and screaming. And I was just sitting there like, oh, please stop, please. Because I'm trying to, like, focus, right? I flipped the page, and then the next book says, it can be stressful being a parent, especially when your children are screaming when you're trying to accomplish a task. And I'm sitting there like, wow. And then it said, in the middle of this, go and bless them and thank the Lord that your children are healthy and that they're able to scream and holler and yell. I was like, wow, what an appropriate thing for me. As much as I didn't want to do that, I went and did it. And she calmed down and I calmed down. So the silver lining is I'm very thankful that I have little ones that are moving around, that can communicate, and I don't take that for granted. As much stress as it has on you being a parent, don't take it for granted. And maybe that relates to anyone today, whether it's your job or, what you do every day. There are times here when I work on this platform, even though it's promoting the good, there are very stressful things that I have to deal with from time to time. But I'm thankful, and that's the inspiration today, is find joy and find peace. Even if you don't feel like you have it today, there's always the next day, and there will be a peaceful moment in whatever storm that you're going through. And it's not easy.
No, it's not.
I want to shift gears because, I like what your mama's joining us too. And this is so good. This is White Tyson. Your mama just says, Miss Daly, good morning to you. She said, choose your battles with children.
That's right.
So
that's right.
You want the gummies? Have the gummies.
Have the gummies.
I'm going to make a shirt that says have the gummies. I could probably make some money off of that.
Yeah.
I may come to you guys for a loan.
Polka dot pants with a striped shirt. Just go right ahead.
I kind of want to shift gears for a minute and talk about, things that we get to do in this community. There was an event that just happened, Karen, and I really wanted to be there on Saturday. But word on the street was you were a judge for this.
I was
Let us know what happened.
For it was Chili at the Lodge. They do that annually at the Josie Scout Lodge. And Saturday was just anybody, any cooking team could join and cook. And Sunday was the ICS, which is the International Chili Society.
I joked around last week and said it was the IBS.
Yeah. May give you IBS. But anyway, it was good. I judged the home style category, and so it was really, really good. There was 15 entries in that particular home style chili. So it was good. It was fun. Good stuff.
How did you get roped? Have you judged before? And if not, how did you get roped into doing it?
I believe that they called on people in the community, city council, different county workers, city workers, things like that.
I've always wondered. I so wish. I told Carla, she was sitting here on a Friday just a couple weeks ago, and I said, yeah, I'm looking forward to being out there. And then we had it was a very rare Saturday that I actually found some. See, people were going to say, well, you should do your college work on Saturday. No, I had a Saturday finally to get stuff done that I absolutely needed to get done around the house. We had a hurricane hit the house. That big dog. I forgot the name of that thing already. What was that? Beryl.
That's right.
Old
the
Beryl.
latest one. Yep.
Beryl came through and barreled through our house, and so we were blessed. We got the roof fixed, the fence fixed, but we still had sheetrock in the little office guest room that was all pried open. And I was like, I don't want to be looking at that the rest of my life. We also had water damage in the bedroom. Well, lo and behold, my father-in-law is an awesome construction worker. He has his own remodeling business. So he said, let's get that sheetrock fixed. I wasn't going to turn that down. So we got that done. And then I was embarrassed when they came over because I can't even walk through the garage. So I spent the entire day cleaning. I didn't even know I had a garage, Karen. Got that thing. I don't know if you saw my picture, but I was.
Yeah, it's not for cars.
I was like, wow.
It's for stuff.
Wow, do I have a garage in here? I didn't even know it existed. So I spent all the rest of the day cleaning out my garage just so we could get in and out pretty easy. But yeah, that was kind of the game plan. And I felt bad because I really wanted to go to Chili at the Lodge. This is the 4th year that they were doing it. The weather was beautiful.
It was. Yesterday was gorgeous.
And I
Very,
don't-
very nice day.
I don't think it's ever been like that during Chili. The
Normally
years.
it's really cold.
Yeah, it was cold or raining and all that. And a lot of vendors were there too. I think.
Yeah, they were all gone on Sunday. I think they were just there for Saturday, and I didn't go Saturday, but I heard it was really nice.
The judging was on Sunday, right? That's when y'all judged.
For the ICS, yes, it was on Sunday, but on Saturday they judged at the end of the day on that day for those cooks.
Did you get to meet Don Cullum there?
Is he he's the
Like the Grand Marshal guy?
Yes, had the big yellow jacket on
with the Bush's baked beans.
Yeah, and the little buttons
Yeah.
were beans. Yes,
Oh,
yeah, he
yeah.
was really nice.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
He was here on the show with us a couple of Fridays ago, and from word on the street, not a bad chili cooker. I think he's won
Several.
world awards.
Yeah, he's the world champion right now, I believe.
Yeah, that's think about that right here in our backyard. When people say, "Oh, there's not a lot going on in Huntsville," well, one, you're not following our website and our Facebook because we promote a lot of it. But two, you're just not getting up looking.
Right. There's plenty to do.
I want to make a push that we have a parade every month, Karen.
Well, we almost do.
There's a lot of fun parades and there really is. There's so much to do here. Last night we had just kind of cruised around the neighborhood, and I told Bridget, I was like, we need to do this more often. How many times do you get in this routine of just going through the motions and waking up and going to sleep and then getting back after it? And I think that's why when we have changes in our life, those changes can be so exciting because it breaks us free from those routines that we get into. Think about that. Whether it's a new hobby or a new friend or those kind of things, there's a lot of excitement that happens when we change and do something new. And so it's a little bit more encouragement today is find something new to do. Maybe there's something you've been putting off for a long time. Just go do it. Something as simple for us as just riding around last night, taking the kids to the park.
Y'all ride around on the golf cart? Yeah.
And sit. Yeah,
It was a nice day to do that.
beautiful. Yeah, it was a beautiful evening. And so we got in the golf cart and just cruised around. And a golf cart, by the way, financed by
Walker County Federal Credit Union.
Walker County Federal Credit Union. Payments very affordable. They did a great job for us. Great interest rate. Y'all do it all, so thank you.
Yep.
And the second time that we've done that, we've
Yep.
gotten a loan from y'all on that thing. We sold the first one when we moved, and then Bridget was like, "Oh, we need another one." But that's one reason we moved out as neighbors because of that flexibility. But we went to the park, and there were so many kids at the park, and it's like, why don't we really need to do this more often because our kids were interacting with all the other kids, and then there's a beautiful little lake area, and there's benches there. So we just went and sat on the bench last night. And now that I'm talking about this, because I want people to like feel the emotion, right? This just brought so much peace last night. Let me see if I can find a couple of these here. Yeah, let me just mind if I flip through a couple of these?
Sure.
Yeah, this was fun. This was let's see here. All right. So there's the little ones and little swing. I was scared to death, and Bridget's like, if they lay down, she like knew the mathematical reason of why they don't fall out of there. So kids were just swinging. What's that one? There's some country song, just a swing.
Oh, yes.
You don't like that one?
I'm not a country music fan, so.
What's your music, like pop?
Yeah.
Are you a pop?
Yeah, pretty much.
80s pop, 90s
yeah.
pop? Okay, all right. Well, John Anderson, they're just a swinging right here. I'm going to start annoying you with that, Karen.
That'll do it.
But they were happy, so there's a few pictures. And this is what I was talking about. We just sat there. Like, how often do you just pause and take a moment to enjoy life? Braylon was having fun, and I grabbed a couple. I love these. Like, it was just a photo behind, and she's standing in awe of like, wow, look at this, Daddy. She even told me, she goes, look at this, Daddy. And we played the I Spy with My Little Eye game. So she's like, I spy with my little eye something water. It's like, okay. So I pretended like I didn't know what she was talking about. But that was just kind of what we did last night. And the children I was just taking a ton of pictures because they were just mesmerized by things outside. Like Caden, I don't know what they were even looking at. I think a plane flew over a bird and he looks up in the air and points. And I brought all that up because it just feels good to pause. Just to pause and have silence once in a while and take in everything that we're blessed with.
Right. Because we're always running to this or to that. And
Yeah.
I get it.
And I know, like, especially in y'all's business, I mean, y'all are dealing with a lot of people. My brain would get clouded doing what you do, and you do it so well, Karen, because there's so many numbers and so many things that just flow through every day. And, you know, I think at times we all have situations like that. And so just stop, even right now, just stop, pause, and be thankful. I kind of felt a little peace with that right then. So just a few words for you. Well, hey, let's take a break. I do want to talk about a couple of other things when we come back, a couple more events that you're involved in, Karen, with Walker County Area Go Texan. Something going on tonight that we usually mention every Monday, and also something great that happened for that place, something that she was trying to do that got what she needed.
Yes, she was so happy.
We're going to tease that, so we'll talk about it when we come back. Stay with us. No keyword today, but go ahead and text in. We are going to have prizes the remainder of this week, so go ahead and get your name in the bucket now. You can text in once per day. Just text in your name on the Zero Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. As always, our magnificent
Non-Mimosa Monday. Here we are again.
Brought to you by Walker County Federal Credit Union. Please go by and see my good friends over at Normal Park Drive. They take excellent care of you, all of your banking and financial needs. If there's something that they can't do, they're going to be honest and say, hey, we don't do that, but they'll probably steer you in the right direction of who can. But more than likely, they can assist you, whether it's business, personal. It's Walker County Federal Credit Union, one location, but they serve you like family. Go by and see them, and please tell them you heard about them here on Good Morning Huntsville. We'll step aside. We'll take a brief break. More to come as we continue on. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Imagine a professional office space that elevates your business image without the corporate price tag. Huntsville Executive Office Suites are coming soon to Lake Road. Enjoy high-speed internet, a fully equipped kitchen, and 24/7 secure access. Take advantage of our live answering service, advertising on our outdoor video sign, and a convenient location just a quarter mile from SHSU. Lease terms start at 6 months. Call Raven Property Management at 936-225-4378. Huntsville Executive Office Suites. Grow your business without outgrowing your budget. Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
Well, if you like nice weather and, I don't know, spring temperatures in February at the beginning, it's your day today, I guess. How about 64 degrees, foggy, 77 today, Karen, in February.
It's going to be pretty all week.
A little fog today, but then clears out. Yeah, look at this. Highs in the upper 70s all week long. We don't have rain back in the forecast until Sunday, and that's only a 20% chance of showers, and it's going to cool way off to 75 degrees on Sunday.
Cold front. But I did hear that we're going to have one more cold snap before spring. I don't know that that's true. That's just what somebody told me. The Farmer's Almanac said, and usually they're right.
Yeah. Those guys know more than the meteorologists. I feel like they're out there working and they know what it is. Do you like the cold weather?
No.
You don't like the hot though.
Oh, if I've got a pool or a beach or something like that, yes, I'm a summertime person.
Okay, but you don't like coming into a place that's blistering hot.
No, I don't. If I've got to sit and work in it.
How does it feel?
Yeah.
Is it okay in here right now?
It's fine in here today. Yeah.
See, Karen came in here. She brought something to my attention because I do not like hot stuffiness. I just can't. We sleep with it could be 40 degrees outside, and somehow we still got the air conditioner running. I have no idea.
Fan.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have no idea how that happens. So Karen comes in here one day, and I agreed with her. It was like blistering hot in this little studio.
Hot.
And so I got up here, and I closed our vents because we can't control the airflow. It's kind of off-centered, I guess. I don't know how it's not routed correctly, but it's hard. We're in a building that, honestly, Sam Houston used to go to church here. Think about that.
Yeah.
That's how old this place is. Well, we're thankful. It's great here at first. It's a very historic building. But when you have buildings like this, back then they didn't think there was no AC. So they had to come in and retrofit all that.
Right.
Well, you're not going to put AC ductwork through brick walls, so they just have to put it and it routes it everywhere. So, yeah, I got up here and I turned and it's made a huge difference.
Yeah. If the heat was on today, it would be really bad.
Yeah, if the heat was on today, Karen would have walked in here, and you know what she would have said? Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah,
and she'd
I
just
got
left.
to go.
Well, Karen, I teased a little bit earlier. We want to welcome everybody back in. Thanks for joining us here. It is Good Morning Huntsville, and as always, big thank you to Walker County Federal Credit Union, great friends of ours in this program. We teased a few things. I had mentioned a few. I wanted to highlight quickly, Karen, you're so involved in many different things, not only just serving us here and doing a great job as one of our city leaders, but leading the way at Walker County Federal, helping folks there and working with some great people. But then you're also involved in some nonprofit groups. One of those is Walker County Area Go
Texan. Yep.
Let us know. I know I like to highlight this from time to time, but some events on the horizon for Go Texan.
Yes. Well, coming up the first Saturday in May, we have our annual crawfish boil. And we're already selling tables for that. So if you would like a table or you want to sponsor, let me know or anyone on the committee. And then the rodeo, the cook-off, which Walker County participates in at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, that's February the 27th and 28th. And so if you want to come visit us, if you're going to be there, if you want to come visit us at the Walker County booth, let me know. We'll get you in there. And then the rodeo, for the actual rodeo, our salute night is the night that Bailey, what's his last name? Zimmerman. Bailey Zimmerman is going to be there, and we've got tickets available for that. So if you'd like a ticket to go see Bailey Zimmerman, please let me know, or anyone else on the committee. We can get you a ticket.
It's crazy to think about these events. I mean, here we are, and by the way, happy February. I didn't even think about that. This is our first show of the new month. So happy February, February the 3rd, of course. And it's crazy to think about. We're already through the first. I said it the other day. I think we're 7% through the year or something like that. You know, but it's going to go fast. And all these events. We just had a young lady on the show last week that was the fair queen. Very nice young lady, and she goes to Alpha Omega. And she was talking about different things, and I'm sitting here looking too. And you guys, not only being involved in the community, but investing in the youth as well. The scholarship closes on January the 31st for young people to get involved and be a part of that.
Right, and it's already closed, but we try to advertise that because it is a huge scholarship, and you don't have. Some people think you have to be involved in FFA or AG or something like that, and you do not. So, and anyway, it's already closed, so hopefully all your seniors applied.
I'm sitting here saying, I'm telling you, man, my mind is like 20 steps forward and 30 back. So do the math on that. And I'm sitting here reading it. I just talked about January being over. Like, oh, you got another month. No, January's over. That closed.
Yep.
But this organization does a great job. It's a nonprofit that benefits the youth of Walker County in support of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. So being very, very involved there. One other thing that I mentioned earlier, our friend Delphina. I just love Delphina, by the way. You think about a lady. Delphina runs the Rodeo Mexican restaurant here in town. I was so happy that Stephanie had mentioned, hey, we finally got away. Mom got a bit of a vacation. She needed that.
Oh, she did, yes. Her and Tilio both work really, really hard.
She got out and had a vacation. These restaurant owners work so very hard for this community. And you think about long-standing restaurants here in Huntsville. That's one of them is Rodeo. And Delphina does a great job. My friend Jamie Salas, who runs Osprey Storage, came in here on Friday and brought breakfast tacos.
Oh, nice.
I guess I'm missing the memo somewhere. I did not realize that Delphina does the breakfast tacos from time to time.
You need to follow her, the Rodeo Facebook page, and she posts about that.
Yeah, and I like it and I follow it. I just don't. I need to make sure somehow I enable notifications on it. But those breakfast tacos are through the roof. Well, I brought all this up because she had been pushing very, very hard to get some signatures to be able to bring some areas of the county that aren't able to serve alcohol. Now they can do that. Can you highlight just a little bit more about that initiative? And I know that she got enough signatures to at least get something in motion. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, the first step was to get signatures. I believe she had to have 2,500. She collected over 3,600, and once they were verified with the city, because they had to be registered voters and live in Walker County or live in the city limits, and so I believe the amount was 2,529. So just over the 2,500 that was required.
That's
so
great.
That's all good. Now the next step is it'll go on the ballot in May. So be sure that you vote yes on that, and that will enable all of the spots right now that are dry, which it's weird if you look at the map why right across the street is wet and diagonal across this way is wet, but where she is dry, and some other just odd places. And so this will allow other people that have that property, and she has her food truck there and a food truck park, so anyone else that gets a food truck that rents from her, will be able to sell alcohol too.
Man, I love that. These are people that are working hard, that have families to support. One thing I love about Rodeo when you go in, it is family. And Delphina has a lot of her family working there. Her husband's just a wonderful man. I always enjoy talking to Tilio and her daughters, and everyone there is so wonderful. In fact, there's people that work there. Stephanie, I didn't realize that was her husband. I said, "Are you related to Delphina?" And he goes, "Well, kind of."
Yeah. Son-in-law.
Yeah, just great people. And it's so important to support these local small businesses. One thing I love about Delphina, she was wanting to improve things for her own business, but at the same token, it's helping to improve businesses all over.
Exactly. It's not just for her, it's for everybody.
And she was very open about that, saying this is going to help everybody. And so I think it's great. And see, we're sitting here chatting her up, and guess who's commenting?
Who?
Delphina.
Awesome.
We didn't
I
start
didn't even
this. We didn't start this because you're on here, Delphina.
Yeah. I didn't know Delphina.
She said, "Thank you, all of Huntsville, for supporting our small businesses and the petition. So that was great. I know there was a little bit of worry at first, when this started. It was like, I don't know if we can get the signatures.
She worked hard and had a lot of people helping and getting signatures at, some of the businesses around town. So, yeah, thank you everyone that signed.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, speaking of which, there is something that goes on every Monday over at Rodeo
we've got
as well.
trivia night on Mondays. Wednesdays are bingo nights at Rodeo. And then she's also starting karaoke night.
Ooh.
Yes. So
who hosts
if
that?
You can Rodeo. She's going to have it there at the restaurant.
But I mean, who's going to do it? Do you know?
I don't know. I can't sing, so
That
I
makes
won't be
it better.
starting out.
I'm going to tell you something real quick. If you sing really, really good, please don't participate in karaoke because it ruins
Makes
it
the
for
rest
everybody.
of us look bad. Yeah.
Completely. Man, I used to love. I used to host karaoke a few times, and I'm horrible at singing. Just randomly, a friend of mine had ran a place years ago, and they said, "Hey, so and so's out. Can you come run karaoke for us?" And I said, "Yeah. What does it pay?" And well, no, I didn't say that because it was a friend of mine. I was like, "Yeah, I'll come do it for you." And there was like, "Well, don't you?" He goes, "Don't you want to get paid?" And I said, "Yeah. Well, what does it pay?" Well, I'll give you $100. I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll do that for $100." And I said, "Can you throw some food on there for me too?" He said, "Yeah." So I got some food and all that, and it was fun. And you would not like it, Karen, because I was throwing down some old Merle Haggard, some George Jones.
Well, the old stuff I do like. It's the new country I'm not crazy about.
I was, no Blake Shelton for me or none of that though. But I may have thrown down some John Anderson, Jota swinging.
Oh my goodness.
What about Willie Nelson and Toby Keith?
They're okay. Yeah.
So there was that song, Whiskey for My Men, Beer for My Horses, and I would joke when I would sing, and so I would, when it was Willie Nelson's line, I'd go, Grandpappy told my pappy back. You'd hold your nose to sound like Willie. We had fun doing that. Then we'd switch it up, do a little R. Kelly, although I don't, that was before all that went down. I don't support that guy anymore after, everything came to light, but would sing some R. Kelly. How about a little Notorious B.I.G.?
Yep.
You're down with the
I'm down with that.
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. This is why we need Denise here. She's my rapper too.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we do that, and then man, I forget there was another one. It was Hank Williams Jr. Family Tradition. Those were my favorite songs to sing.
I like that song too.
The problem is, I only had like 4 songs that I felt I could sing fairly well enough that it was entertaining. Then I'd run out of music. Well, as the host of karaoke, you have to keep the party going.
Right.
I didn't do a very good job of that. So I only did it a couple of times. But coming soon. Karen Denman hosting karaoke at Rodeo, right?
Won't be me.
Is there,
Y'all don't want to hear me sing, trust me.
I was just thinking, that may be the only place that, because no one in town does it that I know of.
Nope. And Delphina, let us know for sure, but I think you started on the 13th. Maybe she'll chime in and let us know. But I think the first night it's this month, I know, but February 13th. Yep.
Now, I won't go like spilling the beans on anything, but Delphina gives away ice cream over there at the restaurant.
Yep.
All right. One day I pulled Delphina aside. She's going to get mad at me I won't say the amount, but I was like, Delphina, what is this? She wouldn't tell me, and I finally got her to give me some numbers. Make sure you take care of Delphina. Because that ice cream ain't cheap.
Nope, it's not.
That's all I'm going to say. And she's very humble, and she wants to support people and love people. But you make sure that when you go there, you make sure you leave good tips and you buy plenty of food.
Right. Take care of your waiters and waitresses.
I told Delphina, I said, you should put like a little tip jar right here next to the ice. She's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want them to know it's free. That's me giving back. That shows the heart of her.
Yep, that's true.
She did say, by the way, February 13th is when that karaoke gets underway. So, well, hey, I'll tell you what. Let's take one more quick break. We've got just a few minutes. I wanted to wrap up not too late. I know you've got places to go, Karen, and we still have just a few minutes. Let's take one final break. And when we come back, we'll close it up. I'll have a little this day in history for you, and also today's impossible question. Final opportunity today. Go ahead and text in. We're not giving away anything today, but you can win later this week. Text in once per day. That number on the Zero Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. We wouldn't be able to talk about great businesses in this community or events like what the Walker County Area Go Texan does if it wasn't for our friends at Walker County Federal Credit Union. They are your full-service community credit union serving this county for many decades. Visit them on Normal Park. They have all the services to take care of you and your family. We'll be back in a moment as we close it out. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville. Stay with us.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life. This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
This is Deneen with Guardian Defense, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
Spirit of Huntsville, Spirit of Huntsville, Spirit 94.3.
All right, friends, we'll close it out here in just a few moments. Let's just talk real monotone, Karen. Hello, Karen. How are you doing today? You know who I really, really, really would love to get on this show?
Who's that?
Cooter.
Well,
I would
call him.
I would love. He told me that a few years ago. He said, that he mentioned it like this. He said, all that water's already washed under the bridge. I don't know if I could do that again.
I bet he could.
But I would just love to. I would love to have him come in here. And we need to have like a Cooter weekly segment on this show. And
yes, he'd probably love that.
Yeah, I would. So that guy has so much history on this community, and not just the sports stuff, but I mean Huntsville in general. And that voice, if you could find a way to melt gold bars and pour them out of a faucet, that's Cooter.
Yeah, his famous line was "Cooter in your radio."
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, put him Cooter in your podcast or something. But I would love to. I need to call him. I talked to Rebecca once in a while. She texts me, and I text Cooter back and forth too. And he's health-wise, he's doing a lot better.
A lot better.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Cooter, man, if you're out there, we love you, buddy. So take me up on the offer. If any of you ever talk to Cooter, you tell him you heard us talking about, and make it a big deal. Make sure you tell him that it was
that he's a big deal.
He is, and tell him that tens of thousands of people want him on this show.
Want him on the show.
Tens of thousands.
I'm sure he would love that.
Yeah, wouldn't that
Rebecca
be cool?
can bring him up.
I'd love to have him on here sometime. Well, hey, real quick, we're going to wrap it up here in just a few moments. Today is an important one, National Missing Persons Day today. There's a young lady in the town I grew up in, Karen, that's just heartbreaking that to this day, this happened all the way back in 2001, and to this day, they still have not found her.
Oh, no.
It was a case that had gained really national attention, was on America's Most Wanted at one point, trying to get this. The young lady's named Rachel Cook. I knew her mother very well. Her mother was an art teacher back in my hometown of Georgetown. Her father was involved. It's a tragedy that they never located her. The sad part about it, too, is the dad never knew what happened. He passed away. I couldn't imagine. And I'm so...
Where did she go missing? From work or just left the house one day?
She was jogging. She was a cross-country runner. She's a young girl. I think she had just graduated high school. She was at home for college there at the lake outside of Lake Georgetown, and she was jogging. And this neighborhood's very sparse, big lots and all that. And she was out there jogging, and the only details that they had ever really found, the only kind of eyewitness accounts was a black vehicle, and that was it. There's been a lot of tips and little breaks in the case, but nothing's ever happened. And I think about that not to just be down and out, but it's a day like today that reminds us, one, to be thankful and be protective of our families. And not that Miss Cook wasn't. This was her daughter. Who would have ever expected? But we need to be mindful about our surroundings. Jason Thompson of Guardian Defense does such a good job of educating people to be aware of their surroundings. Because of Jason, I'm always looking now. My head's on he always says,
because you never know.
Keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah.
Just keep your head on a swivel. And was I won't go into full details this weekend, church is here. The prison system is right next to us. Well, there was some protesters on Sunday outside here, and everything was kosher. I mean, nobody did anything, but still,
you never know.
You always want to make sure you keep your head on a swivel and be aware of your surroundings. So I thought of that when I saw this today in our daily rap sheet that I get, and I saw that it was National Missing Persons Day. That was the first thought that I had, was poor Rachel, and I pray to God that they find her, bring some sort of closure to that family, to her sister, and to her poor mama, who's just a special lady. Last time I saw her mom was very frail, and I know that I couldn't imagine doing that, going through that.
And all these years not knowing, I
mean, you're talking 24 years.
Yeah, that's tough.
Which is tough, yeah. It's also a day that Karen really does like. We'll switch to happy gear now. Put it in H, happy gear. It's National Carrot Cake Day.
I do like carrot cake.
You ever make carrot cake? Are you a cooker?
Not really.
Not a cooker?
No.
I'm trying to think I don't know if anyone's ever made. My mom has made a good carrot cake before. Does your mom cook? Does she make a good?
Oh yeah, she does.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Miss Joy, next time we see you, when you come to town, I'll throw you some money, carrot cake, if you can make us some. It's also, well, that's really it. There's also a National the Day the Music Died Day. I don't know what that's about, but I didn't dig into it. Hey, Groundhog Day. Did that happen yet? Do you ever keep up with Groundhog Day?
Groundhog Day was yesterday.
Okay.
And supposedly he did see a shadow.
Punxsutawney Phil. Yeah, it was. It was yesterday. One of my favorite movies with Bill Russell is Groundhog Day. I absolutely loved that movie. But yeah, Groundhog Day had already happened. He has made his choice. And you know what? These articles are so like clickbaity.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell me what it is. This one from CNN, Punxsutawney Phil, the famous groundhog weather watcher, was pulled from his warm burrow yesterday, saw his shadow, predicts 6 more weeks of winter.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you were saying we have another cold blast coming, right?
Someone really did tell me that before I knew about Phil. Before I knew what Phil, the groundhog, said.
Yeah, there he is. So that's pretty much it. You know, I do want to wrap up with this. Here's today's impossible question, Karen. More than 50% of employees said they don't have one of these at work. More than 50% of employees, they don't have one of these. Think about the things that you don't. You have these at work. I have them at work, but some people don't. And it's kind of sad. It's heartbreaking. So it's not a pencil sharpener.
No.
50% of people, more than 50% of these, say that they don't have one of these at work.
So it's an object we're talking about?
Could be.
Some tangible thing? Or?
Yeah, it's tangible.
Okay.
You can hug it.
I don't know.
The answer is, I wonder if anybody chimed in on this. Let me see real quick. The answer of this is, here it is. More than 50% of employees say they don't have one of these at work. What is it? It's kind of sad. A friend.
Oh.
More than 50% of people don't have a friend at work.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah. We'll
You
be
need
your
somebody to talk to at work.
We'll be your friend. So come by and visit us here. Well, hey, that'll wrap it up. We'll be back at it tomorrow with our friend, the Thompson family, Jason Thompson of Guardian Defense. Thanks for hanging out with us. Karen, any final thoughts? Been a fun morning. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, it has. Just come see us tonight for trivia and Wednesday for bingo and next Thursday for karaoke.
Hey, Super Bowl week, by the way. Thanks to
Yep.
Quentin Glaze for mentioning that. Do you do anything for the Super Bowl? Do y'all get together? Any
We
plans?
do. We get together out at my friend's house, and yeah, we're gonna have a little party. And I've gotten on a couple Super Bowl pots, so it's fun.
I'm sitting here thinking Kansas City's in it.
And the Eagles.
And the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't want to admit that. That's right. I'm rooting for Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes. He's close to this area. Up in White House is where he's from. So, all right. Well, that'll wrap it up. We can't wait to be back with you tomorrow. Big thank you to Walker County Federal Credit Union. Go by and see them. Again, let them know that you heard. They've been with our program almost since day one. They have supported this platform, and they are helping us bring the good and promote the good here. You guys bring the good. We just promote it. They help that at Walker County Federal. So please go by and see them. As I end every show reminding you this morning, friends, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Until tomorrow morning, good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. And we'll see you, Mama Joy. Take care, everyone. Thanks, Karen.
Bye.